Here are 6 habits I'm starting this year, and I think you should too. Hi, I'm Studying Angel, and if you're new here, this is my 3rd episode of my back to school series that is 7 weeks long, so make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss another one of my videos and you get notified anytime I post a new episode of this back to school series. Let's get into the 6 habits I'm starting this year, and I think you should too, because it's worth it. Number 1 is journaling after school, even if it's 5 minutes, just brain dumping about things I get stressed about or just how my life is going, how the day went. Things like this is really, I feel like, going to help improve my overall stress levels of this semester. I'm trying to have the most calm, chill semester ever because I feel like I was so busy this summer that I need a semester to just be like super calm and like organized and in order. So I feel like clearing up my brain and figuring out like what is causing me the stress and like how to improve my life, just overall just ranting on a page. That's what I do, guys. I literally put the date and I'm like, today I did this, and it's the best thing ever because I get to put everything down on paper and then I can understand more about myself, because this semester and these habits overall are trying to make myself the best version of myself and hopefully just like continuously improve who I am to become the best version of myself. But yeah, I love journaling. I'm trying to journal every single day. Obviously, there are some days that I'm not doing it, but I feel like journaling is just one of those things that is like so therapeutic, because like if you don't want to pay for a therapist, become your own therapist. Literally just write down things that you are working on, what you're doing in life, what makes you happy, makes you sad. If you run out of things to like write about, you can always look up like journal prompts. I also post newsletters with my little email list down in the description box below that I post like journal prompts every month, so that you can also subscribe to if you want to, and it's always there as a resource. But I think journaling is just like the best way to get my life in check. Number 2 is midweek resets. I want to start resetting or taking a day to reset in the middle of the week, so maybe like a Wednesday, because fun fact about me is I am organized, but then as soon as something is out of place, everything else goes out of place. I do so many cleaning videos on this channel of mine because I truly just don't put things where they belong sometimes. So I need those resets every once in a while just to like make sure I'm in check. So I think having resets every single week will actually make my life more organized, because it will keep the clutter at bay in my room, but also mentally, because I do not want to be in my room when there is a mess. So if I need to study or do anything, you will not catch me in my room because it is a mess. So just simple things like doing my laundry, which I don't do every week because I hate doing laundry, cleaning like my space, like the disinfecting, things like this, putting things where they actually belong. That is my number 1 issue. And it's just simple things like this to keep everything organized. Again, my goal for this semester is to have a very calm, relaxing, low stress. I know school is going to stress me out either way, so I'm trying to create an environment that's not going to stress me out even more. And I also just want to be organized in life so that I can have a calm and organized semester. Can you tell that's my goal? Yeah. So I love disinfecting everything. I feel like maybe it's because I just don't really dust. This is how I dust everything, is by wiping everything down. But I just like cleaning everything because it feels just nice and clean. Another thing that I like to do is I like to actually disinfect my computer as well, which is super important. If you go to school, you go out, disinfect your electronics because they also bring in bacteria to your house. So it is important to kind of just have that I don't know, like mentally know that you have also a clean electronics. I like to clean. I don't really clean my phone that much. I probably should, but I clean my computer every week because I just feel like it gets like gross and greasy from like carrying it everywhere and like working on it. So I just think it's a lot easier to kind of maintain a clean environment when I know that every week, once a week, I have this day where I need to actually like clean my thing. So you can make it a Wednesday because it's technically hump day midweek, or you can make it, I don't know, like right before the weekend. Do what works for you. Number 3 is Sunday planning sessions. It doesn't necessarily have to be Sundays because I know that I don't like to think about school on the weekends. Like, I started that last semester where I didn't want to do homework on the weekends, and it actually worked out for me. Closer to the end of it, actually. But if you don't want to worry about school on Sundays, then you can probably do it like on a Friday or something, Friday night, and plan for like the next week. But if you didn't see, I got this planner in my last episode of my back to school series, so make sure you go back and watch that. I have a playlist. You can binge watch it if you want, just there so you know. But yes, I got this planner. I've never really been a planner girl because I use Notion and like Google Calendar, so I felt like that was enough. But I always tend to use like sticky note pads, sticky notes in general. So I really like this one because I can put my events on like one side of it and then my priority to-do list on the other side. So I'm just kind of filling it in. Technically I'm planning all of this before school actually starts, but it's nice to see like have the overview and kind of get the hang of like the planner itself. So again, I got it from Target. I think it's called the Every Girl like stationery planner. It's really nice, actually. I really love it. The only thing is it doesn't come with a bookmark, and I kind of wish it did because I don't like flipping through all these pages at one time. But Sunday planning sessions, I'm gonna start incorporating it, and I think it might be worth it. Okay, so my next goal is early nights and tech boundaries. Early nights is not really an issue for me. I tend to go to bed early because I wake up early. I'm technically like a morning person. I can't stay up super late unless I like wake up later. So the main issue with this habit is I want to have more tech boundaries of like not like having 30 minutes to an hour before bed of no tech. And I think the best way to do this is by reading instead, because I need some type of entertainment. And I think this is a good way to like decompress and like get away from the stress and all of that. But also too, it is scientifically proven to like damage your brain and like all that when you are doom scrolling before bed, and just like it like reduces your sleep quality as well. And I need my beauty sleep. I get cranky when I don't have sleep. So yeah, I've also been in a major book slump, so I feel like I just need to start reading because I'm behind on my book goal for the year too. So the best way to do that is kind of just, before I'm going to sleep, just pull out my book and start reading. But yeah, I will admit though, I started reading this book for the video, and then I haven't picked it up since. So I need to get back on that. Hopefully within the next week or two before I start classes, I will start actually reading. But I think it's just a good way, like, you find something else that you like. It doesn't have to be reading. I just think it's the easiest thing to do before bed, like just to read. Just find some type of activity that has nothing to do with tech, like coloring or something, or just like a little hobby before bed. I feel like that would be so fun because you're just like being creative and having fun, and that's, and then you can go to bed safely thinking about your hobbies and happy. So the next one actually has to do with academics, which is 25-minute study blocks, or like I don't know how to say it, pomodoro study style, where you have like a certain amount of time that you study and you focus on that, then you have a break and then you study again. I have the tendency to just like be like, okay, I have to finish this work, I have to do this and this, and then I get distracted, and then I tend to just like not focus on what I need to do. I feel like my productivity definitely goes down when I don't know how long I'm going to be doing something. So I think this is going to be the best way to incorporate like a more productive study style of just being like, I have 20 minutes, I got to get this done, and then we can take a break, and then I can take another 20 minutes and do that. And like, just having like a set time of like, okay, this is how much I actually need to study and like get things done is a good thing. I always like to kind of also make a list of like my top priorities. Sometimes I work with the easiest one onto the hard one, because once I start studying, then that's when I get like the the motivation to actually like start doing work. So I think if you are struggling to start doing work, maybe do the 25-minute time block, but also make a list of top priorities so that you know what you need to get done, and you can either work hardest to easiest or easiest to hardest. I've heard different things from different people of how they like to do it, but again, as I always say, do what works for you, but I think this is going to be a great one for this year. Number 6, and the last one, is monthly reflections. My planner actually comes with like goals for the year, and like at the end of every month you have like a reflections page, which I really love, which made me think of this idea of the fact that I don't do monthly reflections. I just kind of go with the flow and then call it a day, and then the months kind of just mesh in my brain. So I definitely want to, distinguish between months and hopefully improve upon like my study habits, my academic habits, my social habits, literally every habit in the history of habits, because I just feel like again, I'm trying to have a good semester, stress-free as much as possible, and I think this is the best way to do that. So whether you make a little template for yourself of like, here's a reflection page, or you can also do like I did, like my planner already has it in there. If you find a planner that has monthly reflections, that can also help. Just anything that can get your brain like stimulating, like, okay, what did I do this semester that I liked that I don't want to, like this month that I liked that I don't want to do the next month. And I think from there you can work up and see what works for you, and also work towards your goals and hopefully improve just like as a person. So that is everything for today's video. I hope these 6 habits help you in some way. You don't have to do all of them. You can pick one and just start with that, but definitely let me know down below which habit you're thinking of doing or starting. Make sure to subscribe and the bell so you notice another one of my videos. Again, I have my more videos to come for my back to school series. We have 4 more, so subscribe, hit the bell, and stay tuned until next Sunday's video, because I promise guys, it will be an amazing one. Bye, angels.